Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank y'all so much for coming back. I do appreciate it. My husband and I are on our journey to financial independence, early retirement in about 2 years. We want to be able to focus on our own dreams. So we need some capital to do that. And so we're just investing most of our money, saving most of our money, and just documenting that here on YouTube. No, I am not a financial advisor or fiduciary or guru. I'm a regular investor who is a mama who just loves talking about all things finance. And I'm hoping that I'm encouraging you to start your journey and always beware of scammers. They're crazy out here. So you want to always confirm. So today I wanted to do a requested video. A couple of you asked me if I could do a beginner's guide to several of the popular ETFs that we have. Now remember, I try to just speak on things that we actually have money in. And we have thousands of dollars in these particular funds, and these funds serve specific purposes to our portfolio. Remember, this is our financial journey, our money, our investments, our strategy. And you want to make sure that you don't blindly follow after me, but rather take the golden nuggets and then you create your own strategy and start building your share sizes and your portfolio. So today I wanted to do just a simple, easy beginner's guide to SCHD. Some of the things that you want to understand before you get into this fund. And like I said, I'm going to do a beginner's guide for SPLG and just a couple of other ones that we have. So make sure your bell notifications are on so that we can understand what we're investing in as we go into 2025. So you guys know I like SCHD. We do own a lot of it over in Interactive Brokers. You'll see a screenshot up on your screen. But I'm also building it up from scratch in our Robinhood portfolio. So let me just give you a quick update first. So I am investing $10 automatically every week into that position over in Robinhood. I'm going to bring this up right now. So this is our Robinhood portfolio. SCHD has not been doing good. I'm filming this video on January 11th. Actually, the entire market has not been doing pretty good at all. I mean, nothing has been spared from the pullback. You know, corrections are good, especially if you are in a security long term. You're in a good security. I've been documenting this on the channel, and I really like SCHD. You're going to hear me talk about this because it doesn't have a whole lot of tech in it. We already own a lot of technology individually with Tesla, Nvidia, Microsoft, Google. My kids own a lot of tech. We also own SPLG, SCHB. I mean, it's a lot of tech we own. But I feel like there's other good sectors and good companies that may not have a whole lot of love or grow as quick as tech, and SCHD just is that fund that really provides that, and the fact that it pays dividends from great companies as well. So I want to come down and you can see right here that we have 4.61 shares at about $28.14. Our market value is $124.62, and our return is down about 3.99%, which to me, again, it could be much worse. I embrace pullbacks. But again, guys, just some quick info right here before I get to the beginner investing guide. I just wanted to show you the results first. I wanted to show you the receipts first so that you can have the motivation. So again, it tracks the top 100 dividend paying stocks, good companies, okay? Because there's funds and companies that pay a high dividend, but they aren't great. These are all great companies. And I love, again, the sectors. Financial is 18.62% of this fund. Consumer defensive. These are your companies that we all shop at no matter what the market or the economy is doing. Your Walmarts, your Coca-Colas. We are going to use these companies no matter what the market is doing. And these are really good, safe, value-based blue chip companies. Healthcare. We all love healthcare, right? We're always going to need it. Your pharmaceutical companies. These are great. Energy right here. So you see how technology is on 6 on the list. This is what I like. I like that it's number 6 on the list and that some of the other sectors are getting more love, like industrials, okay? And then if you come down to the top 10 holdings, that's why I love Robinhood, because it's all here for a beginner investor. I don't use Robinhood to trade. I use Robinhood as a beginner investing platform. My daughter loves it a lot, and it's just simple and to the point. But again, you see the top 10 holdings. So this is a beginner's guide right here. Top 10 holdings, Pfizer, AbbVie. So you can see as a beginner what the top 10 holdings are in a fund. And remember, in funds, you are tracking the performance of the companies inside of it. Okay, so that means if SCHD is pulling back some, that means Pfizer, AbbVie, Cisco System, Coca-Cola, Texas Instruments, all of these companies on average is not growing as much. Remember, it's technology is where all the excitement is right now. Your Nvidias and all that. But when the markets are down or during recessions, these companies tend to kind of, stay afloat pretty good. Okay. Back to the beginner's guide. I'm going to run through this. So, understanding the basics, we just went through this. SCHD is an ETF that tracks an index of high dividend yielding U.S. stocks, okay? Based off of yield, growth, and payout. So you want to make sure that you are looking at good companies inside of the fund. You want a fund that has good companies in it, okay? And the fact that you come over here, SCHD over the past 5 years is up, almost 40%, is pretty good. So yeah, it has dips, has ebbs and flows. See, ebbs and flows, but you see how it just kind of stays consistent and it just goes up. That's a compliment to our portfolio with all the technology, that we have. Okay. Next, thing that you want to understand is that you want to start small, but think big. Okay. You want to understand that Rome was not built in a day. So I always talk about share size goals. I have a couple of trackers and my 2025 investment planner, that helps you to track your progress. I do it all the time. So you can have a goal of 5 shares. You don't need to jump in with 10, 15, 20, 50 because it'll become overwhelming and you'll stop. So start small. 5 shares is your goal with anything. And then you just build up. And then when you get to your share size goal, you can move on or you can adjust that goal to a higher number. Okay. But you want to invest with small amounts first and then gradually increase as you learn. Okay. And that's why fractional shares is amazing. All right. Because you can invest with $10 a week. You can invest with $2 a day. Okay. If you are doing our $1 a day investing challenge, again, small amounts of money add up. Next, you want to diversify your portfolio. Okay. So I think SCHD is a great complement. If you are in VOO, VTI, as much as I love VTI, the top 10 holdings in that is pretty much technology. And so, Nvidia is great and tech grows a lot, but in pullbacks, it falls the hardest. So sometimes it's nice just to have something where you can collect the dividend. You don't have to sell your shares, but you can just collect the dividend. And over the long term, it just continues to grow. That's for me personally what we really like. It just manages risk. And then another thing you want to think about when you are a beginner is reinvest your dividends. So some people don't do this. Again, if you are in your retirement era, you're not reinvesting your dividends, right? But if you are approaching retirement, and again, SCHD is great for early retirement, or if you're approaching it, or if you're in retirement. If you have 20 years, 25 years, even 10 years, you can just focus a lot on growth because you have time for the corrections to happen, the pullbacks to happen. But if you're like me and you're like 2 years out and you're starting to think about, okay, when markets do pull back and I don't want to sell my positions at a loss or at a lower, amount, then I can just live on the dividend. So you want to make sure you reinvest that dividend because it'll give you more shares. And when the next dividend payout happens, guess what? You'll get a bigger dividend. So you want to make sure you reinvest your dividends. That's so important. There should be some type of button on any platform you're using, or a blurb will pop up asking you, do you want to turn the drip on? Dividend reinvestment, the dividend reinvestment plan. You want to say yes, and the platform will automatically reinvest your dividends. Okay. And then the fifth one is understanding that it's long term. Okay. A lot of times as new investors, you see 2024, everybody was making money, and you go in thinking like a trader and not like an investor. Okay. Investors hold for minimum at least 5 years. Some would say 5 to 7, some would say 10. Long term to me is at least 3 years or more holding a position. Now, if something changes, you can sell and put your money in another asset. But traditionally, you're holding for the long term. You're looking at long-term growth, not weeks, not months, not even a year. Years with an S. That is long term. Okay. You want to make sure you don't confuse the two. And then you just want to stay informed. You want to make sure you're looking at the performance of it. Do you track your investments? SCHD has a reconstitution coming up. I'll have a video about that. You'll see a lot of videos on YouTube about it. You want to make sure you're staying informed. What's going in to the fund? What's coming out of the fund? Who are the fund managers? Let me take you to Charles Schwab's site so that you can see that right now. So before I show you like the fund managers and stuff, I wanted to show you that again on their website they give you quick information rundown, a summary of it, some highlights so that you can see. They share with you they just went through a split, so you can get SCHD under $30. So if you're doing fractional shares, you can get to your first whole share relatively, I would think, kind of quick. But you can track like you can see the performance, you can see distributions, like how much dividends are paying out. Again, they paid their last one back in December. All of that is here. The portfolio is all here on the website. So I'll have a link to this below so that you can go ahead and just, explore, play around with it. The documents are up here. Fund details, performance, like I said, the portfolio, it's all here. It's all super easy, okay? It's 5 years, it's up. Look at that, 41%. You can't beat it. 41% the past 5 years. That's long-term investing, okay? So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Again, I wanted to make this super beginner friendly, something that a beginner could understand in a few minutes. I didn't want to make anything drawn out. I'll have a couple of links below so that you guys can just read more. If you wanted, again, to join one of their free webcasts, their live events for Q&As and all of that, where they will talk to you about some of their thinking. You can get some more expert advice and things like that. You can do that. You can sign up. And again, you can submit a question that you may have that you want to ask them directly. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Smash the notification bell so that you don't miss an upload every time I post a video. And until next time, y'all already know, I'll see you in the next one, and happy investing.